Hey everyone, the Best Emily here, and welcome back to the final video for this last meal series. Video. This first one is Westley, Allan, Dodd, and this is salmon and potatoes. And we've already completed the two pieces. Luckily, he had a very small meal request, as opposed to some of the other ones I'll be doing down the line, which are like ridiculous amounts of food and crazy amounts of items. So those are going to be fun. But I started off with something more simple, and he ended with something simple. Interesting. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to put this display together, and you're just going to follow along, and I'll show you what it looks like all together. I'm really excited about this whole series, so let's do it! Alright, so I made all my potatoes, and now what I'm going to do is finish attaching them to each other. I'm wearing gloves because the next step is going to be putting everything together, and I don't want to get fingerprints on my display. So what I've been doing is, first what I did is I stacked up all the potatoes in kind of a way that I liked. I snapped a picture with my camera so I could refer to it, and then I've just been kind of sticking them on where I thought they looked good. Because they kind of want to be a stack, you know, a little pile. Let's just kind of turn it. So I'm going to stick these last two on. Try not to poke through my gloves, which would be really silly. Whoops. Potatoes trying to escape. No escaping potato. You must stay here with your potato friends. No. Okay. Last one. Let's stick it on. Get on top. Maybe over here. Like this. Boop. Just trying to. I'm using a denser needle. It has. Its barbs are placed further apart. And this one is good for attaching, you know, pieces onto other pieces, whether it be like an arm onto something or a leg or whatever. So, okay, now my cute little pile of potatoes. They're not like, you know, a mass, so they're just kind of holding each other together right now. So the next step to putting my display together is I went to Goodwill and I bought a whole bunch of just kind of, I guess these are either bread plates or saucers, depending on which ones I have. And I went ahead, and this is going to be seen from the back, so it actually has the name of my company, and I'm calling this the last meal series, and this is the first one, and my name, and then the month and year that I finished it. So I glued this on already. So what I'm going to do next is I actually don't really need my mat anymore. So I'm going to move it out of the way so that I have more working space here. Okay. Oh, extra potatoes. That's okay. Those can be for my other salmon. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it with some Windex. Just try to get any last like little fingerprints or whatever off of it. Fuzzes and whatnots. Okay, I'm going to look at the back just in case I care about like which is the upside. And look, I'm doing quotation marks, whatever, of the plate. Okay. And I have a few different kinds of adhesive here, but what I think I'm going to try, I've got industrial strength adhesive, which I'm going to use to actually glue the plate onto the display. But I also have this fabric tack, and I'm curious to see if that will work to stick this onto the plate. If not, I also have just some super gel multi-surface adhesive, so everything's clear because I'm hoping, I don't want it to be seen, so it's going to be kind of a balance of putting enough that I don't have to worry about that it's going to fall, but also not too much that it becomes ugly. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of decide where I'm going to put them. Oh my god, it's so cute. Look at that little plate. Salmon and potatoes. Oh my gosh. Now that I look at this, I might actually add those other 2 potatoes that I found underneath my mat, just to make it a little longer here. So maybe like on the end here and here. When I look at it, look a little better. Yeah, and you know what? I might even try to do one of those fancy things that restaurants do where they like put it up on top. This is like, ew, look how fancy our salmon is. We cooked it. But if I'm going to do it that way, then I would probably do it like that. It looks like a speedboat on a ramp. Maybe. Can't decide now. This way or this way? I kind of like it like that too. It's just kind of cute and simple. I might even take this potato and stick it down there. Anyway, it's just me fiddling around, but I think that looks cool. Plus, I'm going to have the information about the murder or whatever up here at the top, so it's kind of like guiding your eye up. I'm doing all this like placement stuff, so this is kind of a different thing for me. And I'll just stick these ones on. Ooh, it's so gluey. Glue. I just want to be careful about what I'm doing and think about what I'm doing and not just start putting stuff everywhere like a crazy person here. Stick that one on to its little friends. You know, a couple stuck on with glue is better than all of them in terms of needle felting them together, you know. Get out of there. Okay. Now I'll just stick this one over here. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab them. Come with me, my little potato friends. Come with me if you want to live. Okay, so there's like the bottom. Maybe I'll do a little combination. So this is the fabric glue. So what I think I'll do first is I'll kind of put the fabric glue kind of on the bottoms of them, attaching them to each other a little bit more so they have a little bit of a structure. It looks like a waffle or something cool like that. Then I'm going to take the multi-purpose adhesive or whatever and just kind of do. This stuff is really hard to squeeze. Let's see if I can do it. You know what they say, don't mix glue! Oh wait, that's something else. Don't sniff glue. I don't know. Okay, so they have a little... Alright, here we go. Just gonna try to kind of plop them down and just not worry too much about wiggling them. I don't want the adhesive to show if I can possibly avoid it. Which means I'm going to try to get those little strings out. I wonder if I can... Okay, so this is all just me figuring it out as I go along, because this is the first one. But what I'm happy about is once I get it figured out in a pattern, I'm going to do all of them, then hopefully they'll come together quicker. Okay, and here's our little piece of salmon. I decided I was going to do it like that, I think. Out a little more. Give him a little nudge. That's what we'll call you, the little nudge. And actually, if someone did decide to, if someone decided they wanted to mount this vertically, I do want to make sure that these don't fall down. Okay. Just trying to get it down in there. See if I can rotate that one a little bit. Like I said, I'm figuring it out. Look at it's getting so cute. Give them a little push together here. There we go. You're all friends, the friendly potato gang. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. Boop, 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 boop. That. And then this one. Oh, come on, hands. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Extra strands. Some people don't like their food touching, so I'll leave just a little bit of space between them, just for those people. And then just press it down. Okay, cool. Alright, here's the test. Alright. This isn't even after me letting it sit, so that makes me feel happy. Okay, so that's the first step, and I got that done. That makes me happy. So yeah, on the back it's got that. So I'm going to set that aside for a second. Next I'm going to get my display box out. So this, after searching around on Amazon and other places, this is what I've found I'm going to go with. So this is a nice clear shadow box. I think it's a 9x9, something like that. Anyway, it fit, and that's what was important. So this has a piece that slides down here. There's little grooves, so that's going to be the top, so that when if someone decides to mount it like this, the thing won't fall out of these little grooves here. So that's the top. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm leaving it actually clear inside. I'm not putting like a background or anything because I think it's kind of cool. So again, I'm just trying to get any like fingerprints or whatever off of here before I stick anything on. This did get a little bit of a crack in it, but it's super tiny. I didn't even notice it at first. Alright, so there's that. And then I've got this great little label. So like I said in the intro, this one is for a terrible, terrible human being that was named Westley Allan Dodd, and he raped and strangled and preyed upon young children, and so he did lots of other things like before these, but these are the ones that finally got him caught. This last one, the youngest boy, was the third victim, and that's actually how he got caught. So it's got his name, his creepy picture, his murder victims, and I'm going to try to do my best on each of these to be able to put some kind of, memorial type. I don't like ignoring the victims, but some of these people have got, oh my god, so many victims. It's awful. So, but this one's only three. I say only three. This one's three, so it fits on there. So the victims, what the last meal request was, so you know what you're looking at, just in case I've like failed majorly. And their execution type, because again, these are last meals, so, they did. And then the place and the date. And this one was interesting, because he got hanged, and it was like the first time it happened in decades, so it was really interesting. Okay. So, for this one, I'm going to use the multi-surface adhesive here. And again, I have to squeeze the living daylights out of this thing. Just do some boop, boop, corners, boop, boop, and then like every couple inches or so. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I just don't want it to be... Okay, so now the real test here is trying to put it so that it's evenly spaced all around. I'm going to tilt it up so I can see what I'm doing. Slide it a little, so that's good. Okay, gorgeous. It's supposed to be the same. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. All right. So there he is at the top. Oops, I smudged it a little. Fix it. Okay, not touchy. Alright, so next I have my little plate. So again, I'm gonna do my best to make it be go all the way down. Well, you know what? I should. So this is the one that I'm going to use the industrial strength adhesive because I really don't want this plate to fall while it's in here. That would be bad. Alright. But I like that since this is a clear box, you can see the information on the back. That's just really cool. So I'm going to try to do a nice, clean application to the rim here of this. Just since you will be able to see how it's stuck on there. Come on. Yeah. Get in there with your friends. There we go. Okay. I'll try to stand a little so I can, you know what? I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to guesstimate that is straight. That rhymed. And I'm going to eyeball it and hopefully it's in the middle and no OCD people hate me. I'm going to do my best here. I don't want to mess with the back too much. Okay, I'm going to turn it around so you can see what I did on the back. Okay, I need to rotate it a little. At least rotating isn't a big deal. A little more. Oh, I'll rotate it more. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna press pretty firmly down on this. Of course it'll dry. Hopefully it'll just be perfect and wonderful. Alright, so then the last step is the easiest one, of course, which is just sliding the top part on, but it's super smudgers, so I'm gonna give it a quick clean on both sides here. Clean. This is just a plexiglass frame. It was really hard to find one that was the right size that this plate would fit in, and I'd still have some space around it. And that also, I liked that this one was clear. I liked that concept. So, what is this? Here's what I'm doing. So I want to make sure that I don't give somebody something that's all smudgy on the inside. Of course, now I'm doing it with my own damp Windex gloves. Here we go. Okay. Alright. Now I get this one. As soon as I make sure. There we go. Okay, here we go. Pick this up. We'll do the outside of the box here in a second. I always get it rotated the wrong way. Woo! There it goes. Plop. Okay. And then I'm going to do a quick, just around the outside of the box here. Make like a little gallows with a guy hanging in it. That'd be funny. And it would take a lot of time. So we'll just stick with this. And I'll show you. So, alright. So that's the... I got it. That's what the... I'm so scared to turn this upside down. Okay, so you can see like the dots of glue or whatever, but it's still cool to be able to put that on the back there. Alright, so... Alright, so now I'm just going to close up my glues and this is going to be ready for them to pick up tomorrow. And like I said, I'm going to have another one that I'm going to do that's not getting donated to a silent auction, so I'll have this one in my collection also. Oh, I love it. This is so cool. This is going to be so fun. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Okay, so I'm just going to let this sit and dry overnight, and then tomorrow I'll let you look at it vertically. So what I like about this also is that they can decide like how they want to display it. If they want to display it down like this, then, you know, just put it down. They can also, you know, take this out if they want, if they decide on their own that they want to touch their, you know, their purchase or whatever. But then also there are holes so that you can mount it if you want to, or put it on a shelf. Shelf might be cool. Anyway, alright, well, I'm gonna let this sit and see you tomorrow. I only had 4 hours of sleep, so I'm gonna go to bed. Alright then. Alright, so there you have it, and here is the final creation. I'm gonna hold it up here. Let's see. Alright, so it's in a nice little, it's in a clear plastic shadow box. What's cool about this is you can slide this up and down. See? Woo! So you've got his information at the top, the meal, and then if they do decide to, like, instead of putting it flat, because you can display it like this and people could look down at it, if they decided they want to have it upright, there is also my information on the back, which also shows that this is the last meal series and my name and then the month and the year that it was completed. And so that's what it's going to look like. And I'm excited to see how everybody reacts to this series. I think it's a really fun and unique idea and just kind of quirky, like me. So let me know what you think of this. The next one I'm going to be doing is John Wayne Gacy. So stay tuned for that set. That's going to be, he was a big guy and he ordered a big last meal. So thank you so much for following along with this. And again, like and subscribe, follow along on Instagram, and I even have a Twitter and Facebook. And again, remember, creativity takes courage. Thanks. See you next time.